respected Director Studies, Chief Guest of the occasion, Group Commander Gulia of NCC Pondicherry, respected Deans, respected Director Culture, respected Deans, HODs, faculty colleagues, and officers and staff of the university. Good morning to all of you. So as you know, we are observing Azadi Ke Amrit Mahotsav, the 75th year of independence, and under this program, the Government of India has been organizing many programs, and one such program is Ghar Jhanda, Ghar Tiranga. So we had received advice from the Ministry of Education that all universities, all other educational institutions, in fact, all government departments under various ministries, we are also supposed to celebrate this occasion, Har Ghar Jhanda, which meaning is Har every, Ghar is house, home, Jhanda is our national flag. So in that context, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, he wanted to create awareness, although in school and colleges we have studied, but to officially have some program. So today we have invited Group Commander Gulia, who will be basically talking to us on the importance of national flag, particularly the code of 2002. And again, the background is, I think, after Vice Chancellor takes a decision, maybe August 13th to August 15th, we'll be hosting national flag in different academic and administrative buildings of the university. So in different buildings, respected deans and HODs will take care. So they need to know about how to, the protocols related to hosting national flag and bringing it down. So there should not be any violation of code of conduct. So in that regard, I think today we'll be listening to Mr. Gulia, and he will guide us regarding the code of conduct as regards hosting the national flag in our camp premises from August 13 to August 15. So before we request Mr. Gulia to speak, may I request our Director Studies to welcome Mr. Gulia with a flower bouquet. May I request now Director Studies to speak a few words.
Yeah, respected Chief Guest, Colonel Somraj Gulia, Honorable Vice Chancellor, so Professor Gurmeet Singh is on the way, and Registrar, Deans, and Statutory Officers, Librarian and Control Examinations, faculty members, staffs of the university. Good morning to all. So as our Registrar mentioned, so we are assembled here to get the importance of flag code of India 2002. So our Vice Chancellor has thought of familiarizing this. So since our Colonel Somraj Gulia is the person who can familiarize well, so he has invited him. And before he start this, I would like to introduce him. Colonel Somraj Gulia is a group commander of Pondicherry NCC group. So he is an artillery officer. So in charge of 7 NCC units spread over in Pondicherry as well as Tamil Nadu. So more than 14,000 cadets are under his control. So with this introduction, now I invite Dr. Colonel Somraj Gulia to talk about Flag Code of India 2002. Thank you.
Good morning to each one of you. Firstly, I will introduce myself. I am Colonel Somraj Gulia. I just got posted last year in March 21. So I almost completed 1 year plus. This is my first posting to South. I have completed 28 years service in Indian Army after commissioning. So now this, at the outset I should thank Vice Chancellor Pondicherry University to basically give me a chance to interact with you. This class is nothing new for you. It is a repetition. Everything is available on the Ministry of Home Affairs website, official website. But I understand we have got a lot of commitment, a lot of WhatsApp and Instagram and so much. So it is better way to get call some army officer and you sit attentive and listen. So there's nothing. That's why I also get into this thing. I also read that flag code 2002. So before came I also studies. In the army we have got a different kind of rules which I will not be touching upon. So now I'll go to the last slide first. So this is my first slide. So this flag, there's so much of this thing. Something happens, then there's so much of in the media, social media, it comes I'll just show the photographs, which was basically violation of the display of flags. So it comes in media and even everybody is involved at highest level to lowest level, all parties, even in foreign also. So I'll just show the basically few photographs, one slide only. Then I'll come back the first slide. Now see, these are I've taken out from internet. So as it is, you are aware, army as such different. Army means Navy, Air Force, and Navy. We are apolitical. We have got no inclination with any party. I have just taken down yesterday only some photographs where that violation of display of this flag has taken place. Now see, first see some spiritual leader, I don't know from where. Now see the flag is lying in the leg. Just imagine, feet. So this is totally disrespect to the flag. Now see, that character. She is badminton, that lawn tennis player, Sania Mirza. Now see and now see basically that this flag. This must be a West Bengal. See the flag, how it is lying. See, you can see all pictures. So all are violations. Now see. So you'll now see there's some caption is written. It's good. Please don't buy if you don't know how to respect it. If you don't know how to display the flag, so please don't buy the Indian national flag. There is a good quote which is written on this that first quadrant, this picture. So I'll get back to the first slide now. Now as in the first this restart told, Har Ghar Tiranga. Now it is basically that we are celebrating 75th of this thing. Now this is from 13th to 15th. So there is some movement. This is a part of AKAM. This is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So there is some target 12 crores. This flags will be flown on that day for 3 days, 13, 14, 15. So even we have got instructions on this regarding telling the code of that flag code, how to display and how to dispose the flags when it's get off. So awareness has to spread. So I am just you should be aware now. Further awareness has to spread by you only. so that these kind of violation which is seen in the slide should not occur. Now generally whenever there is some party, this political parties, some public, some ministers are coming, they are taking some. Now you see when everybody goes, you say flag is lying on the ground, and you can see on 50, especially on 15th August and 26th January. After that everything goes over, all functions, you see you go to the some dustbin, you will say so many flags are lying, because we don't know ourselves only how we can teach our students. So we should be aware what is the procedures to dispose the flag which is basically not required, which has gone bad. Yeah. So how this, I am just going into the history, how it has evolved, this flag. So when this first, when you see the first bullet, this was earlier, this is the basically that Act 1950, where there was a restriction of usage of Indian, that national flag. It was only restricted, anyone would have flown this flag on 26th of January, 15th of August, and I think there's a national this flag week, and there's a Mahatma Gandhi this thing that used to happen prior to 2002. Now in Padu, you will be aware there's a guy, industrialist Naveen Jindal. Hope you are aware, Naveen Jindal. He was a former MP, Member of Parliament for Haryana. That is basically the steel they makes it. So what happened? He went and opened this thing. There is a incident to it why he has gone to the court. So he established established a factory in Madhya Pradesh, where then he basically put the national flag on the top of the factory. Then suddenly that FIR was registered against him, stating that he was denied because you cannot fly Indian flag. And this industrialist has done MBA from US, and you know a very executive person. So he went to the court, Supreme Court, to allow everyone to fly. It is basically to put a constitutional right, fundamental right to use the flag at their residence or anywhere within the basically that what you say in the bargain, you should not disrespect this thing. So after 10 years of this thing in the court, he finally won this thing in 2004. I think 1994. After 10 years, he won the case. Then Supreme Court told, okay, it is now constitutional right. So second is, it is still old gold. First is outdated now. It is now new. If you see third bullet, this is a flag code, which is basically in use. So this came in on 26 January 2002. So it is basically, it has combined all instructions which were there earlier. So it has been made, I think it is hardly a 15-20 pages booklet is there. Everything is written in this thing, all procedures. So now it has been amended in December 21, because now polyester oblique machine made flag have been allowed. So it has been amended by basically that government order. Now another latest is in 22 July. They have allowed. Now why that last? They have allowed to basically you see where the flag is displayed in open or the house of a member of public, it can be flown day and night. This is because of this Har Ghar Tiranga, this thing. In anticipation, they have done this amendment. Because once you allow public to put this flag on their top of house, they don't want you, because national flag has to be flown, hoisted between sunrise and sunset only. So now this amendment has come for this only. It may go back, I am not aware. So this is only 2 amendments have come after this flag code 2002. Now second is that insult to National Honor Act 1971. It still holds good. Just I think last month only there was some there's a lot of FIR has been this is under this law only act, police put an FIR against you, so you can be jailed for 3 years and a fine also. I will come with this thing in detail. So this is basically how this present flag code has evolved over the period of time. Now this flag code is consisted in 3 parts. First is hardly 2-3 pages. It just describes the dimension and material of that flag, national flag. And next deals with the basically hoisting and display and use of national flag by the members, by anyone, basically private, public organization, education institution. And last part deals with the display of national flag by central and state government and agencies. Army, defense forces is not part of it. We have got our own basically rules on it. However, rules have been made out of this only, like that sunrise and that all rules are. We have got lot of additional basically that drills and additional procedures are there. So this is basically that code which is I am referring. This is present code. Now material, you know. Now there is a initially everybody is aware that this Khadi Gram KK something was there. So there is a called KKGSS. This is Karnataka Khadi Gram Uddar Samyukta Sangh. So they make 9 types of flags. So earlier, before this amendment which was issued in 21, so they were the only supplier. So it was basically this polyester and that was allowed. Since it has allowed that flag is also being made, and you have read in the newspaper, print media, social media, it is coming now especially in specific from opposition parties and whatnot. There are so many debates is going on this thing. So it may happen because of now with this this event which is organized a big way. This is my personal feeling. That's why they must have amended this this flag code, because that's so much of that flag may not be feasible for this KKGSS. KGS was it is based in Dharwad district of Karnataka only. So they makes 9 type of this thing. So now it has got a ratio and size. So ratio is 3/2. So otherwise, if you say there is a 9 types of this dimension is given, so it is listed. Otherwise, any dimension can be there. Now you see even in Pondicherry also, in that high that flag mast has been put. So obviously it cannot be listed out here. So any flag can be there, no problem at all. Catch is it has to be in 3:2 ratio, length and breadth wise. So that you should be careful about it. Now this is that insult. So I told you, now you can read. So what is the insult? If anyone burns, mutilates, defaces, which is written by this red one. This is basically insult. I have shown the photographs. It is purely comes under this act only. So you can be imprisonment. I already told it is 3 years or with the fine or both. Now what basically mean insult? That already listed in that flag code only. Yeah, flying, the last point, the flying of national flag in half-mast except in occasions on which flag is flown. Half-mast is done when there is a mourning, when somebody died, political this thing, and government tells you, okay, now there will be that flag will be basically will be flied half-mast. If somebody don't do it, then he can be charged under this act. Recently, there is some school which has come from Karnataka. I was reading yesterday. So it is a sensitive issue. It pertains to this thing. So one should be careful. So one cannot put any signature or something on national flag. Now we generally use this. We put flower petals on this thing, and it is on the. Basically put on some celebrations, 26 January and what you say that 15th August, some other special occasions, that is allowed. Otherwise normal it is not allowed to put anything in the flag. Now using flag as a covering of statue, not allowed. There is some even statue of a freedom fighter, that cannot be flag cannot be wrapped over it. And even like I am speaking, some speaker is speaking, you can't have a flag on this here, on rostrum. It cannot be around this thing. So it can be displayed behind this thing. And how to display it, I will come back. It is the next slide is there. Now national flag is not supposed to touch ground. We should should not get into water. And then you know that obviously it cannot be put on your car and then on the top of your hood, anything. You generally see college boys putting that on the car, just show the basically that that nationality. But this is the disrespect. There is a difference between both. Now this is the mostly there's a most of our defaulter is basically we put flag upside down, saffron down. So it is generally not at normal school level, at highest level also. Even in a Delhi, I think Deputy CM, I think on 26th, 2 years prior, when he was unfurling, suddenly he saw it is the ulta, it is the opposite. Now damage has been done. It came in social media, it came on national TVs and whatnot. Now see the guy who he himself did not put on this thing. That guy who must be that class 5 or class 6 guy who peon or somebody else. So it is basically we have to make sure, especially education institutions. Like we also go. There has to be some double check, triple check, so that everything is okay. You can't do this thing. So it is a disrespect. So you can't have that saffron down. It has to be this thing, green down. So and that you cannot use basically that even Amazon and I think that foreigners are putting some putting uniform and costumes like innerwear, putting a Jhanda on this thing. So that is disallowed. Even that has been represented at right appropriate form by the Indians, Indian governments also. So handkerchief, napkins, that is not allowed. So this is basically the insult. Now this is how to display. These are the basically few which is listed out. First, I already covered. It should not be inverted. Saffron band has to be on the top. So easy to remember is green is basically ground. You can see green is a ground, so it has to be must be the ground. Easy to remember. when that flag you are to hoist. So instead of getting into that Google, it is a common sense. Green is to merge with the ground, so that green has to be at the down. Top is a saffron. So damaged flag is not to be displayed. So in case it's damaged, so these are proper procedures to dispose it off. No other flag has to be placed on the higher side. So in case even army also follows this. In case we got army, Indian Army, Air Force, and we have got respective flags. Even I displayed them in my office. So obviously that first and foremost comes a national flag, which has to be higher than the other flags within our this thing. I'm not talking about countries. It is within India. I'm talking about my parlance. So now there is no emblem placed on the flag mast on the top of this. You can't put that Ashoka and that kind. Here you can't put a photograph. You must have seen Kamal, that lotus, that same mast which was used to put that that party flag. They have put that national flag there. Top is that lotus, down is on that thing is a national flag. That is wrong. That is a disrespect. You can read that thing as last point. In case there is a rows of flag, so it has to be in a row. Like if audience is facing, like if you are facing that national flag is to the right. First is national flag. There is that sequentially in case it is going there. I already told flag not to touch to ground. Yeah, so you cannot open. There is a single mast. You put two flags. It has to be one single mast. There is only one flag to be put, national flag. You can't have I'll put a national flag on top. On same pole, I'll put another flag. No, only one flag. Flag cannot be used for basically covering tablecloth and this thing, podiums, buildings, and railing in case that is there. Generally, you will find when there's some political rallies and that kind, you may see these kind of basically violations. Educational institution, I don't think there is some violation on these issues. Now, how to display? This is an open. Now flags is only that hoisted during sunrise to sunset. Or outside. Outside it cannot be inside the stadium. Hoisted basically that pole. You can put on this thing, normal that miniature, that is different story. So in all, whether it is snowing, whether it is raining, throughout it will be there. It has to be hoisted fastly. There's a rope is there and lowered slowly. When the sun is in army, in all this thing, there's a time is given by our army headquarters, Ministry of Defense. This is a time to put flag. Everybody in complete is the same time is followed. So that is basically then is hoisted and lowered slowly in the evening. So that is basically procedures for hoisting. Now next is when you put this thing on a wall, you want to display flag on the wall. Horizontally it's okay. Obviously this one, like in case I have to put behind, it will be like this thing only. Green will be down, saffron will be top. Whereas in case there you find that such kind of thing is there in Olympics and this thing is raised as per this thing vertically. So vertically is you see is left side. left to the audience, I am just saying. So once right to the reference to the national flag. So it has to be on the right side, this saffron. So this is the way we should be doing. So basically it can be beneficial use generally in case something happens in like in same kind of forum, we want to put a flag. So this is the way we should go for it. Now, next is this huge violation of this, not by political clan only, including bureaucrats also. So national flag is authorized on motor car, basically that official car, for the which is listed on this thing only. So you can see, I also find so many this thing. President, vice president, governors, these are the serving, no retired. They are authorized to basically put national flag on their car. And that is only when they are traveling. It is not families traveling, they are putting this thing. That is not allowed. So in case that president, a particular who is authorized is traveling, then only that flag will be put. Otherwise that will be removed. So that will be put on the mast, a small mast. I will show the photograph also. So in case you see, there's a lot of MPs, MLAs are putting, it is gross violation. There's only a appointment. There's no MP, all MPs are not authorized. Nor all MLAs. It is a particular speakers or some ministers are only allowed. Where you put, I'll just come to the next slide. So either two way. When the guy is either in the bonnet, middle of the bonnet, or right side of the car, driver side. We are the right hand driving, so it has to place on the right side. So anybody can put either the center or the right. That is the right way. In case you seen so many people coming in Republic Day parade and foreigners are coming and they are basically coming from airport and going to the respective this thing, either to the PM office and whatnot. So the next time you see carefully. So in case that foreign dignitaries are traveling in a car which has been given by the government, then our flag will be on the right side and their foreign country flag will be on the left side. There will be two flags on that car. Left is country from which he is hailing and right is India. I'll show the photographs also. I got a next slide is for the photograph of this. Now whenever this President, Vice President, Prime Minister and Chief Justice of India, Lok Sabha Speaker, he visits to foreign countries, they are authorized on aircraft also. And to wherever he is visiting, and their flag is also has to be put on the aircraft. Now it is also applicable for the president whenever he is visiting foreign countries. Even there is if he goes for the in a railway saloon, there is a dedicated saloon. I hope you are aware. President has got a saloon dedicated. Like this outgoing, I think today this new president has taken over. So the previous president has utilized this saloon to go from Delhi to his hometown, I think Kanpur or something. I don't know which state. So he had utilized after I think 20 years. Nobody has utilized that saloon, railway saloon. So on that train also that national flag is to put, and that is on where that platform is there, that is required to put. While train is moving, that flag is taken out. Yeah, now this is a photograph. If you see, this is a Prime Minister. I think he came for this 26th January this year. You see, this is a flag, Indian flag. This is the way, correct picture. This is Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister. So you see two flags. He came to India. I don't know. So this is the correct way. Now see, this is the correct way. What you see, it is upside down. See, minister is traveling from south only. Can you recognize? No? From Pondicherry only. Sorry, next. So this is a violation. Now it is that minister is not responsible. A guy, driver, and that bargain he has put it ulta, and it's come so much of limelight, and there is no answer to it. So obviously that who is traveling, he is accountable. Simple and straight. Now, yeah. So Indian flags, when there is a other national flag is required to put, then where that flag is required to put. Now there is some suppose symposium or some conferences there where there's 50-60 countries are there, you have to put a flag outside the auditorium or location where this conference is taking place. Then how to do it? So you can see the picture, last picture. This is the audience. Like suppose you are. So right most is the India's flag, and everybody is towards left. Mast has to be the same level for other countries. Height will be the same. So height in height there is no change, but sequence will be as per the English alphabets. Like in case it is nothing, he is developed countries or developing country, nothing. Yeah, he is my friend, not friend, and me, no. So it is, system is in place procedurally, so it is done that way. So it is English, ABC, it goes that way. Now in case it is in a row, this is in a row. Now in case it is like something, they want to do some, a different kind of pattern they want to follow, circular. So how to do the circular pattern? So first is that Indian flag has to be there, then clockwise you have to put. Your start point is where you put it. It is not you have to put at 9 o'clock, 9, 6, 3 o'clock position, no. So anywhere you put Indian flag, that is the first, and everything will be the clockwise. Sequence will do as per the alphabets. Yeah, the next is when flag is displayed against the wall with another flag, crossed staff. I already shown this. This is a basic cross, piche back in case you want to. So what is the thing? So this staff will be ahead. Like this one is to be ahead of this other country flag. You can realize when once you watch the news, next time you should be careful. Yeah, this is correct. So whatever they are briefing at MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, so many basically that they gave. So you see the flag like this thing. Even somebody visits, so they clear cut that flag code is visible to you. Every country has got a flag codes. Now this is important. So now especially with this which is coming up event, and especially we are knowledgeable, we know, we understand. Now this is our endeavor should be to make our students public aware about this, because this is a major issue in our country. That's why in case you can't respect the flag, please don't buy it. Now with this event coming, we are saying, yeah, just take the flag and put your Now for your information, we are giving flags. Money is coming to me, and we are distributing flag to put their house in NCC. We are procuring flags, and given to the NCC cadets to put their central government has given the funds. So they should be aware after that thing what happens after this when it get bad or how it is damaged and what to do. So with same same funda is applicable to them also. Students, so they don't have time to see this thing. They have got too busy in I think WhatsApp and Instagram, less on studies. So we should make them aware about this. This is important one. Now it should be destroyed as a whole in private. Private. You can't say get together everything and just do it. No, it has to be private affair. So it should be either burning or burying. Simple. There is no other way. Otherwise, you could put it and put in dustbin. This is no dispose. You put it in dustbin. This is not a disposal. Correct. By burning, you have to put a fire on first. Put the don't throw the flag into fire. Generally say just throw the fire. No. Firstly, you have to put a flag. After folding, then you have to put a fire on it, and you have to stand. And then until it is completely burned, you cannot move out. So, and make sure when you destroy the documents which is confidential, you don't move until everything is burned. Yeah, even that question paper, like since you are all HODs and lecturers, you make a paper and some stencil is there, you don't move out until everything is burnt. So similar case is applicable to this. So army we do it. This is basically we are not aware. Easiest is throw like a generally what is happening fact on ground. People throw like a normal polythene bags, just put it on the dustbin. So it is like no one is seeing this. That is not the way. So that's why everybody they should not purchase that flag. So now burying. So it has to be a clean burial place. I am not saying it has to be 6 feet. You have to make a pit. So it should be clean. It should not on that dustbin itself. Only there's so much of the kachra is lying there. One should not do it. Preferably in case biodegradable box, you can put it, and you can cut it also in the strips. So this is the way we should do it. Otherwise, now imagine I was attending one of the some NGOs were taking this thing. Plastic is a major issues regarding land pollution and whatnot. Now it is coming to in our bloods also. You know, so much of packaging, we are used to it. Now imagine where this plastic is going. You are taking I think 10 packets of chips. You are putting. And you are throwing next day, that guy is taking away. Now where plastic is going? Have you imagined? We have sustained, I think we are comfortable. Now see our generation, what they will do. What will happen to them? After some time, I don't think so. So that's why there's some movement has gone, that single plastic use and whatnot, and that has been, things are like ground. Now what is happening on ground is, plastic is, we do some awareness rallies, census cadre you must have seen, in beaches here also. Promenade Beach and the Serenity Beach. So, now see, there's so much of tourists are there. My guys are picking up there, and behind they are throwing the plastics. So there is no ownership. That is a problem. A guy who is coming from Bangalore, he has got no ownership for Pondicherry. Even Pondicherry people don't have for Pondicherry. I have seen myself. So I was asked about this thing, how this NCC cadet can help us out in cleaning this thing. So I told in the conference, I told that they are not the conservancy staff firstly, they are students. I can only do the awareness rallies. I can make people aware. I will pick up, no problem, once a while. So that message spread. Now imagine, once I have collected so much of ton, where that is going? Further disposal, as a layman, we don't know. So that is also a problem out at extreme end, disposal further. Now as on date, what is happening? They are compressing. So you must have so many factories, volume, they are decreasing a volume by cutting pieces. Finally, I don't know what will happen. So this is how to dispose the national flag. Now flag misuse already. Now the funerals. I've seen that there is a case in that agitation happened in. There's this one farmer died in I think 15th August during farmer agitation. So he was draped in a national flag. He was not a martyr. So only that paramilitary forces, once they attain that martyrs, then only they are authorized. Not everybody cannot put that national flag. So that is a misuse, and their family members have been charged with that thing, that farmers, that flag who died in Delhi. Now salute. So as this basically pertains to us only generally, as is you are also part of it. So once flag is I told you about this thing. There is a hoisting takes place, and there is a drill in army, even in various this thing. Between sunrise and sunset, when it is taking place, anybody who is nearby, he has to, when it is down, he has to stand in Sauda, and people who are in uniform, he has to salute. So he is saluting the national flag when it is being hoisted. So he has to face the national flag only. So basically salute. When there is a national flag, when there is that column is going, particularly it is like armed forces I am speaking. So in case that flag is being taken, some drill is going on. So everybody has to stand, uniform will salute, rest will come in Salva. It is basically give a respect to the national flag. Even in case it happens, you are there in a part of some passing out parade ceremony or something, and that flag is going in front of you, it happens even police also everywhere. So you should stand, including ladies, and who are informed they are supposed to salute. And funerals, I already told, funerals only martyrs are allowed. So now there's a lot of violation on this. So that flag is draped over the coffin. So saffron has to towards the head. So generally you say it is opposite. So there are two kinds of, just for info, I am just sharing, there are two kinds of casualties. This is basically martyrs who is basically field, who has laid down their life in fighting. One is a physical casualty. Physically means anything that accident happened during leave. So they are basically, we put a national flag over their body. And that national flag is not burnt. Before it is put into grave or burnt, it is basically folded, it is handed over to the next of kin, and she keeps it with them. So this is a process in army, the armed forces. So it is never put inside along with that thing. Now this is a flag. When there's there are more flags, when there's some drill is going on, when there are two flags, it is rightmost. So we are basically, the dais is there, so it is rightmost. Everybody will stand and take a seat. Now there's a lot of flags are there, so 2 steps ahead, that national flag will go. This is generally you see in passing out parades of that even what you say, police, army, air force, everywhere. And generally it is announced also. Now half masting जो है, So that is basically on the death of dignitaries. So national flag has to be half-masted, that you will get a message. Once death is announced afternoon, after 2 o'clock, then half-mast or flag will be the next day. In case it is a prior, then at the same day. So these are the basically where it will be implemented. I will president it throughout the India, Prime Minister throughout of India, like union that ministers, that is laid down in flag code. Other than this thing also, government also gives the directives, then we will implement. Like for example, some prime minister or some other friendly countries dies, we also do it. So it comes from top Ministry of Home. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. So that we should, any directive comes, so we should do it. Now, like suppose it is I am the top out here, and that is not up masted that flag, that who is responsible, and somebody takes a picture and puts in this media, today's whole social media, everything's flare up. So it is a sensitive, that's why first and foremost it is a very sensitive matter. Flag code, one should be aware. So double check should be there, one should know. Otherwise, I know that insult to that act, I told 71. So you can be charged. So now I shown this picture. Now you can see violation. Oh, sorry, just get into this thing. I already, now this flag, this has to be on higher side. Now this, some West Bengal. Now this must be a party flag. Now this is lower. This is a wrong. This is a violation. I showed this slide before taking class. Now you will be very clear what is the violation, which has, this is a very few examples latest. I just downloaded. So there's nothing I'm against Mamta and everybody is same. I'm apolitical. So now see, this is disrespect. Intentionally she has not done it, I am aware. But you cannot do this, that is the thing. Sania Mirza. Now this one, see, this cannot happen. It has to be above, like I am speaking that national flag cannot be wrapped on this thing. And in case it is displayed, it has to over my head level, it cannot be there. So it is, see, this is what is happening. This is insult. Now see, face mask, I told, people are putting this underwear and whatnot these days. So this is ghostly insult. See this thing. Now, I said initially, it is not at ground level, it is highest level also. Now see this picture, second last. See, Modi he is no more, God bless her soul. Japanese that CM, President Senju, who is killed. So now this, see the flag, it is a ulta. It's in Japanese. So that is the thing, violation is occurring at all places. Lekin not so frequent, it's hardly a mistake in these kind of. Now see that there is total disrespect. He is sitting on the flag, on the tractor. Now see, this was there has to be single flag, there cannot be a other flag on the national flag. Now see, the BJP flag has come up. I think this is a photo of somewhere that Kalyan Singh, that governor who died. So, see, even if you see, is there, now I'll just ask you, is there something wrong in this? They have put this national flag on the body. Anything wrong? Yeah? 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 Yeah. So it should be now towards leg, that this has to be on leg side. So it is a ulta. So this should now see, that's why Please don't buy if you don't know how to respect the flag. You see the amount of flag which is lying on the road and whatnot. You generally see everybody at all corners of country. You will see after 15th August or 26th August. Now see other violation. Now again BJP. So see, this flag is up. You can't have. There is another pole. They have put this thing. I will say, see, now I was talking about this thing. You can't have on that. You can't have emblem and anything, and they put this thing. This is wrong. So these are a few of them. So many examples are there. So there is no dearth of examples. So now you can read this quote. So people have basically army, not me, Indian army, whether it's a police, everybody are putting their lives to protect this country and to flag dignity. So we should basically now at our level we are crewed up, no problem. I know before I took class 90% you are aware about this. This must be a revision, maybe a little bit addition, that's all. So this revision, and our endeavor should be to tell this students and to spread awareness because of this Ghar, this event which is coming. So that, and how to dispose and this thing, we have to make public aware, and we are the right to start with this thing. Until unless I get everyone, and if I say just read it, nobody will read it, I am telling you. I also read this thing and made my some 10-12 slides, so that it is not I would read also, so that I don't miss out. So that's how I listed this thing. There is nothing secretive about. I have not touched defense army related kind of. It is not pertaining to you. We have got a different kind of rules, but within this flag code. So that's why I told in my office I got also Indian Air Force, all 3 flags. So that national flag is on the top, higher side. Rest is one silver. And there is a sequence. Who is the senior most, and all protocols are followed in everywhere. In government, who will come first, and that protocol. But this is a sensitive issue. So I just request everybody. I know there is some holidays and there is no universities running. Still, whenever is there, even I am with this thing. I also I am very thankful to the VC who has called me. I got idea, so I'll tell my respective unit CEOs to go to the college and take lecture, same lecture. I'll be the same, just go and tell, so that I spread the awareness. At least not 100%, 50% will agree, 50% will understand. Still okay with me. So let us put an effort to get into this thing, and we'll obviously put in everything, whatever this event is coming up, and it is ongoing process. It is good that this event has come up, and we are getting aware about these things. Otherwise, I would have not been here, frankly speaking. There's so much of hectic schedule. I know you are sitting, you must be seeing, I have to do something and whatnot. So, and my work is my work only, nobody will do it. In case I have come, I have to work extra 1 hour and whatnot, that is the thing. So it is a noble cause, and for our nation, at least this minimum one should do. So this is my last slide. So anyone who wants to ask anything, clarification, whatever I can know, I can tell. Obviously, you will not ask me about army. So army, otherwise I have read in everything last 2 years. Army also, army I am still, we are doing the same thing. So I know army, you are not, no one is from army. So I told 2-3 things on how we do it. So there's a different kind of procedures. Somebody dies, and even I just shared. Somebody dies like even during leave. Suppose he's from Villupuram. Somebody dies. Yeah, suppose who's a martyr who has come from J&K. He comes. Proper that guard comes with that with ammunition, and the proper guard is being done there at the place of this thing, and that flag flute, that is all in. Where there is a guy who has died during leave at house, still we go, and that wreath laying, everything is done, and flag after this thing is folded and given to the next of kin. So that is all in place. I am talking about this few things which is there. So as it is TV, you have already seen that CDS, that Vipin Rawat, he died. So it's a similar kind of, that level was highest. Procedure is same for everyone, whether he's a Jawan or officer. Level may be different. So, and I mean armed forces, all 3 services. It's not army only. So anyone, any question, anybody wants to add, I may have left out. So you are most welcome. But don't get surprised. I am just last. Since you are not there to basically put a flag on the pole, some guy down below you only, he will tie up. Suddenly you see on 20, oh, this is ulta. No. So you have to be check before this thing. So don't get surprised. That is a word. So generally it happens that I told you that Deputy CM Delhi did it. So thereafter damage has been done. So there is no way out to come out from that. No point? Yeah, please. Miniature you can put it, no problem. Miniature even that, lekin what I showed, the 2 flag like cross, like in case NCC or something, that obviously this thing has to go first, and back is this other flag. You can put on a table. That is allowed. Yeah, no point. Either you understood 100%, either you understood 100%. Huh? Chalo, good. Thank you so much.
Well, friends, you must be wondering why is it that we have organized this program all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden, I think I notified it about 9 days back, so that everybody gets enough notice. And not only that, I even said that we are going to have another repeat show where again Colonel Gulia will come, because if you remember, 1st August onwards we are opening the university. A lot of students are going to be on campus. So it is equally important for them also to know the flag culture. Now why I did this was that this is our 75th independence anniversary. We call it Amrit Mahotsav, rightly so. And we have, in fact you would have heard about the directions which Government of India has given, that when you print your letterhead you should write Amrit Mahotsav. All those things have already come. But what is unfortunately not known to public is the flag culture. It is very unfortunate. I have seen going around and I feel very much irritated, and I have even stopped and directed people. When there are Independence Days celebrated, after that there are a host of flags in markets everywhere. And what people do is they use it as putting pakoras or anything in that, and they start serving. I have heard them, I said, don't do it. If you do that, we'll lodge a police complaint. It's not allowed. And you see thousands of flags here and there, it should be collected respectfully. It's not that you are mowing down on when you are walking. So many of these things, unfortunately, public is not aware of. Though, if you are a little careful, you will find on the day of Independence Day, every newspaper carries information about our independence struggle is one. What all we have achieved is the second one, and third, something on our defense forces. If you have carefully noted, unfortunately, what I have realized is 80% of the public don't even read about it. They award Param Vishis Seva Medal, Ati Vishis Seva Medal, VSMs, and other honors are given on Republic Day and Independence Day. This list is given in the newspaper. We hardly bother about it. We don't even look at it. And if you look at it, if you read, one will come to know what is this PVSM, what is this Sarvottam Yodh medal. We are not bothered about it. So this is, it comes from reading. And flag culture, unfortunately, we are not aware of. I am not talking about, Colonel Gulia was telling that you can't make a cap, you can't make undergarments, or you can't make a vest out of your flag. One might say that Americans are doing it, we have seen it. Now, look, they don't have any flag culture, let me tell you. We have. It is enshrined in our constitution. Therefore, we are bound to respect. And there is a definite flag code, there is a definite size. You can't make 20 by 2 meter. It has to be of a definite proportion. And it has to be put in a certain way, which Colonel Gulia has already explained. I am not getting into that. But unfortunately, I am saying unfortunately, very unfortunately, even in certain forces, I am not including the hardcore defense forces, Army, Air Force, Navy. Barring this, police codes, or for that matter, paramilitary forces, there also it is not conveyed properly. It is not, though it is part of the training, but they don't bother. Therefore, it is important for each Indian to know what is our flag culture. So we need to respect that. When it is flown on half-mast, what way it is to be done. When I joined this university, the first Independence Day that I attended here, we did the flag hosting. The moment it was over, after that I saw that they removed that and somebody was just rubbing and taking it away. Then I stopped it. I said, this is not the way you have to do it. You have to properly fold it in a ceremonial way and somebody carries it properly. There is a drill for this. So unfortunately, it is not taken note of and it is disrespected, which is a sad part. It is something to be given the highest honor. When we say, he is a senior officer, in defense it is adhered to very strictly. When you find a major general going and some captain is going, he'll salute him. We don't salute an individual, let me tell you. They may have any personal grudge. And one will say, why should I salute him? Whether you like somebody or not, you are saluting the flag, you are saluting President of India. This rank that they are wearing is at the pleasure of President of India. When somebody is saluting them, you are saluting the highest office. That is the spirit with which it is taught. There is no question of X saluting Y. It is the X giving respect to President of India. Nothing else. So therefore, these are the things somebody has to teach, somebody has to convey. It is conveyed through newspapers regularly. Now TV channels are there. They also do programs on these issues. But we prefer listening to something that may be more likable by you, maybe songs or maybe films or whatever. So when such thing comes, some program on flag, the history of flag, we may not like to read or we may not like to see that program. That is why we thought this program is going to be of utmost importance for all of us, particularly for academicians. We are the ones who are bringing up a generation. And if I am not aware of something, it is very saddening. If I don't respect my flag, how do I expect my students to do that? And this became more important because this is the 75th anniversary of our independence. We take great pride in this. We have fought for it. We have earned this for our honor, and therefore it has to be respected. So this is 75th year, and there is a special ordinance that our country has brought out. You would have read it, Ghar mein Jhanda. All over they have written. Every house should fly this. Now some people are criticizing that, well, by flying, do we think that we become more patriotic? It is not that. It is a spirit of unity that we need to indicate to the world that we are one. We respect our culture, we respect our traditions, we respect our country. When we say we respect our country, we respect our flag. Now this varies from country to country, but our country has enshrined this flag code in the constitution. We have to respect it. So this is what we thought we should convey to everybody. And I thought there would not be a better person than a serving defense officer and the one who is heading NCC, where he is like an academician. He is the one who is teaching the budding young minds who are going to be joining our forces. So they are teaching the ripe minds. They are the ones who are coaching these people they would know everything. So I requested Colonel Gulia that he would be the best person to come here, and he kindly agreed and spared this time. So I would like two things to be done. One, Har Ghar Mein Jhanda, that means you have to follow, try putting it. I don't want you to have a flag of Decoron or nylon or a brilliant gold threaded ones. Simple flag of cotton, which we do, should be flown in your houses. That's one. As I said, there's no question of showing I am rich, I put silver lined and this and that, nothing. Ordinary simple flag is what is required. And second is, put it respectfully, which you have known from Colonel Gulia now, what way it is to be put. When you put it, it should not be tilted, it shouldn't be bent, the bar should not be tottering, it should be straight and it should fly. It should give respect. Whenever anybody looks at it, one should feel pride. Well, my country's flag is flying high. This is what you do. I have seen people here that when they drive, when they go around, particularly on 2 national days, that they'll have a flag, somebody is just putting it here and they're driving scooter and this is tilted on one side of it. It's disrespect to the flag. It needs to be, miniatures are permitted, you can put it in your office, people put it in their cars, it is all right, that is giving respect to this. But since this Har Ghar Mein Jhanda was a direction, we thought we will fly this, but then the flag is to be given due respect. I thought Colonel Gulia will give a good discourse on this, that what are the various occasions when we fly, what way we fly, what are the occasions when we do it. There is an order, when there are sports event, all state flags are there, national flag would be put at the first place. There are certain protocols which we follow, which I'm sure he would have conveyed it to you. And I thought it proper because this is something which most of us, I'm saying, if I put the figure, 90% of us are not aware of all this. So I thought it is high time, and you are the one who are teaching the young minds. Therefore, it is imperative on your part that you should know everything about that, so that you convey it to your young minds, whom you teach, with whom you interact. If you know it, then only you will be able to do it. And this has been very rightly, I was attending some part of it, it has been very rightly done. And other things, some other time when we get a chance, we will tell you more about it. You see, there is a reason when we get training, unfortunately, any other service you name, be it defense services, civil services, police services, any other service you name, there is a part of training where they teach all these things. Somewhere in defense it is done in great detail, but somewhere else it is done in a abridged manner. But all this is conveyed, whether what is Tehsildar's role, what does he do, what is SHO does, what is the role of a professor, who is vice chancellor, who is inspector of police, who is general, who is brigadier. All these things are conveyed because you have to move in society and you should know whose role is what. Here if somebody comes, a businessman comes to us, sir, some big officer has come to my office, he will be a police constable and he wants to take my statement. One is not aware, they are ignorant. So this awareness is a must. Fortunately, I am saying, wherever I have gone in the Western countries, they are all aware. It is taught. One of the reasons is in certain countries, 2 years military training is a must. Therefore, they are taught all these things. In our country, everywhere else it is conveyed, excepting one profession, unfortunately, that is teaching. Nowhere, whatever we learn in the lessons, in our civics books. But that's it. That depends on if teacher is good, he will convey everything. If teacher is useless, he will say, you read it yourself, and I don't know, that's about it. So teaching is one where this is not conveyed, and I thought this is one occasion where we can convey to everybody. Everybody, every one of you ought to know the respect that is accorded to our national flag. What is the code, what way it is to be flown, what way it is to be carried out, what way the drill is to be done, all that thing you should know about it. And the rest I will leave it to you people. If you want to know more about what is our society's setup, what is the role a Tehsildar plays, what is the role of an inspector of police plays, what is the role a colonel plays, that is up to you. If you want to know more, know on your own. These days it is not difficult. You have Google, you have social media, anything you want to know, you get it on that. I leave it to you people, but it is good if you know most of these things in and around your society, and flag is our number one in that spot, which everybody should know. So I am very grateful to Colonel Gulia that he's come here, he spared his time. Most of you will not know, again, let me tell you, I said he spared his valuable time. There is a reason I'm making a statement. They do things in their own pace. They may relax for a while, but they have a lot of work to do. There is an organization called Defense Services Staff College. Some of the brilliant officers would appear in the exam and then they'll go there and do a 9-month, very rigorous course. Very rigorous I'm using. And when they do this 9 months course, they are giving an MA degree. Nowhere in the world, any university or any country will give you a degree, master's degree in 9 months. Excepting this, where worldwide it is recognized, because they say these are the people who do things in their own pace. Whatever we'll do it in 18 months, they will do it in 6 months. That is why it has been recognized, and that's a respect to defense forces. And there, people from Air Force, Navy, Army, everybody does it together. And after that, one goes up the ladder, whatever way one does. So these are the things you should know. Now, if somebody tells me in the university, sir, let's reduce the MA course to 10 months or 11 months, I know you will not be doing things the way it should be done if it is to be clubbed into 10 months. Therefore, we don't do it. Because we are used to certain style, certain lectures, certain amount of reading we expect people to do it. That is where we develop in our own understanding. That's why it is kept like that. So finally, whatever has been conveyed, kindly adhere to that. That is important. Please show respect to our flag the way it has been conveyed. Then it will be worthwhile having attended this particular talk. And if you can all adhere to this, I would personally have a satisfaction that we did our job very well. The story doesn't end here. In future also, if there is a requirement, I think I am also fit enough to give a talk like this on flag culture, let me tell you, on defense forces, on civil services. You name, I will be able to give it. But then this is our chit chat, we can do it anytime. Why disturb an outsider who has a lot of work otherwise? But under the circumstances, Colonel Gulia has come here. He's devoted a lot of his time. We are truly grateful to you. And be prepared that when students are here and we are all here, together we will again have one more repeat of this, where Colonel Gulia, I think, I'm sure you'll somewhere around 7th, 8th of August, because it has to be done before 15th of August. And let's feel proud, take a great pride in the fact that it is our 75th independence year, and we celebrate and show the world that here is a force of 1 billion people who are one, who mean business and who want to lead the world and will show what way the world has to be led for peaceful movements, for creating environment-friendly atmosphere, for reducing our emissions. This is what you are seeing now, excessive rains, and the whole Europe is having heat, 40 degrees plus temperature. Our own country is reeling under heavy rains. This is the result of that, and we are all responsible, and President also said it. We are responsible. We need to pass on to the next generation a world which is safer. So let's join hands and show the world we are the ones who will lead the world eventually and tell you what way to move, not like what Russia and Ukraine is doing. So I'm happy that you have all come here, and when the second repeat is carried out, I would again urge all of you to be here. It is for all of us. It is a matter of pride for all of us that we know everything about this and will follow that for our Independence Day. Thank you so very much, and enjoy yourself, please. I would now take a great pleasure in giving a memento to Colonel Gulia. This is a coffee mug. Whenever you take your chai or coffee in the morning, this has our insignia and a motto. It will remind you that you visited us. I think I'll appreciate if both the directors can give this and have a photograph. Please, come.